All right, Natalie Tedesco here, Tedesco Body Shop, Murraysville, Pennsylvania. I'm back with Thomas.
Hey guys.
We're like the, what did you call that?
Bad boys?
Bad boys.
Bad boys,
We're like the bad boys out here. We're just dropping information because...
So gangster.
It's exactly what we are.
Basically a certified thug. You know, I've got a certificate in my room. So, you know, I know I come across very intimidating right now.
Who signed it?
Huh?
Who signed your certificate?
50 Cent. Of course it was.
Alright, well, I'm going to be the dollar and I'll sign it next time.
Cool.
Alright, so we got a pressing question that we're going to touch on again. You may or may not find yourself in this situation, but if you do, we got a few answers for you. So, Thomas.
Yep.
What if I can't lose weight, and why can't I?
That question is a very loaded question. So before we even go into this, there's one thing you have to understand, and that is genetically, you are not meant to be overweight. We all have a genetic potential of what works best for our body. And it's possible to reach it. There is a truth to reaching it. There is a way for you to get there. Whatever that top of the line looks like for you, because it's not always what it's depicted like in the media. Mm-hmm. Not everyone's going to look like that. Genetically, it's just not possible. So you just have to be willing to go through that process and become like a detective to find out through trial and error what does work for you and what doesn't. One of the best ways to do that is to track everything that you're doing and to record the results. But Natalie's also got a very good point to bring into that as well.
So basically, Thomas just said you want to put on your Sherlock Holmes hat and become a detective. You have to know you before you can fix anything. So you need to know kind of what goes in, what goes out. Everything you do, it falls into it. So Thomas and I were talking about, well, why can't I lose weight? And when you don't know these things, that's the first step. So first and foremost, understand what you're putting in your body and that it needs to be healthy and that you need to get your exercise in. And these are just things that we could go off and things that you know. You've researched this. You already know. And we're going to beat a dead horse at this point. So if you can't still, you're doing all the things right. You're listening to these new healthy habits. You're living out a healthier lifestyle and nothing is happening.
Yeah.
And when I say nothing is happening, I mean your clothes aren't getting bigger. Like you need to be seeing changes. It doesn't need to be a change in the number, but it needs to be physical changes. So change in the picture, change in the clothes. If nothing is happening, we are not doctors.
Yeah. We
cannot tell you need to do anything, but what I would recommend is go see a doctor. Your body works on a cellular level. We have cells that are at the smallest part, they're cells. And when the cells don't work properly, there's some sort of a disease. Okay, so you may have some sort of a disease. Don't think that's a bad thing, but no, it's something that needs to be fixed. You also may have a hormone problem, which all food and nutrient triggers different hormones. If it gets really complicated, but go see a doctor, okay? Step one, fix what you can fix, what you have control over and what you can touch in your life and what goes in your mouth and what you do. Fix that. Once that's out of the question, like, hey, I'm already doing that, go see a doctor. Just see. It never hurts to know what your body looks like on the inside. Yep. And at the end of the day, I like to do that every 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, just to know, like, has my health improved? Has my blood work improved? Those are things you need to know about you, because I always say, if you don't know you, what good are you? You know what I mean? You need to know you first.
So on that point, you know, some people have this big shame about the need to go to a doctor.
Right.
But did you know pilots have the longest life expectancy out of any career?
Really?
Because of they're enforced to do regular checkups with the doctor. To be regularly informed and assessed about their own personal levels of health and fitness.
That's awesome. Well, I'm going to touch on that while we're on the subject. Going to the doctor doesn't mean getting on medication.
Yeah, that's very true.
Going to the doctor does not mean getting on medication. Going to the doctor just means understanding yourself a little bit better.
Yeah.
So doctors do their job by prescribing medication. Don't take things without knowing what it is.
Yeah.
Do your own research. Take the results and just research them yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be my number one tip, because the number one killer in America right now is the medication that doctors prescribe.
Wow.
Well, obesity and then medication that doctors prescribe, which both of those are linked together, because when you go to the doctor for obesity, they put you on blood pressure medication, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
So do your own research. Take the information for you, not for the doctor to get paid on different stuff.
And also, it's okay to disagree with your doctor. Get a second opinion. Go to
Bingo!
another doctor.
Bingo!
Yeah. You don't have to, just because they're in a white coat, you don't have to accept what they're saying. You can take it. Obviously, if they have the actual test and be like, this says this, then you obviously have to go with something they're saying. But if they're alluding to something, you don't have to accept that. You can get a second opinion, and that's always worth doing as well.
Absolutely. That's
a high five moment, I think. Yeah.
That was awesome. All right, guys. I hope that helped. Take this information, understand you, and take yourself to the next level.